Hi guys, this is Cindy and I'm back to work on the Nancy Drew book. This is my second one I'm doing. It's The Secret of the Old Clock. And the last time I was working, I said I was going to go through my stash and look for anything I had on clocks. And I found this one cluster that I'd already made. There was a paper ruffle with a butterfly punch on it. And then this clock I had got out of some scrapbooking stuff years ago. So I made a cluster. It was already made cluster and I thought I'm just going to glue it on as a tuck. So I put it on that page because of the circles. So I had that done. And this is like the 9th take of this video. So that I talked about in the other parts of the video and ended up already gluing it down. So I just get to show you what it looks like glued down instead of the process of deciding where I was going to put it. One thing I did over the couple of days while I wasn't in here was I took a bunch of puzzle pieces. If you remember in the other journal, this one, I made a tuck. Even though I haven't done a flip through this, I think I just deleted it, or I was having trouble with my computer, my phone, so didn't get it done. I made a tuck out of this puzzle piece. I just did collage on it. And, you know, of course, it was a little difficult getting in here and trimming around it. So I thought, you know, a smarter way to do it would have been to paint the backgrounds. And then that way you can add different elements on there. So I just dug out my paints and started painting. And then I found a bottle of the Crackle stuff. So I thought, I'm going to give that a try. So you can kind of see on these, I hope the lighting's good enough for you to see the cracks. I just did a variety of color. These are kind of like a lavender background. And then I did some brown with the cream under it. My daughter had made these when she was in junior high or younger. So things on the back. She took stickers and you know, these made like a square puzzle and just made a scene with stickers and stuff. So I'm just gluing the back, painting on the back, and you can see I've got excess paint and stuff here. I just haven't peeled off yet. I'll do that whenever I go to use them. I just grabbed some purple to see what it would look like. So anyway, I did a whole bunch of these. I just had them out on my dining room table. You know, that's one of the better ones right there, I think. Just to get backgrounds ready, and I'm just putting them in my little tub I have over here of pockets and things that are made already, but they're not really decorated. So I've got these ready, and then I kept some just plain in case I come up with another idea that I want to use them for, or like if I want to collage on them. And then if you watch the video about the clue journals, I talked about, it was part of a challenge. I think it was January Just Junk Journal Challenge #2 or something like that. And one of the challenges have a mini challenge, and one of them was to make stack stickers. So what we did was had to take a sheet of stickers and then add elements to it. And I did mine for, I think they're in the clue books. We had to have music, bling, a little digital print, and then I think just anything else we wanted, but we had to include those things. So anyway, I thought I would make some more for these journals coming up. So I had found these black ones. And I already got some little pieces of music torn up. And then I had these digitals in my stash. I just printed a sheet of them. Some of them really small like that's the thumbprints. And this is where I had those magnifying glasses and the Sherlock Holmes. So anyway, I just cut those out and I'm going to get those ready to work up. And then one other thing, I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I was looking through my stash for things with clocks. So I knew I had one stamp because I'd found it in all this mess where I'd stamped this out. And it's a part of this set of stamps here. Tim Holtz are all miniature ones. And let me get the paperwork on it. Right here. Barely see it. I bought it a year or so ago at Tuesday Morning. And I like these because of the size of them. They work good on faux postage stamps. So I pulled that stamp out of the clock out of that one. And then I found this set. I also bought it Tuesday Morning, and it had that clock in it. And what was nice about this clock is it's Roman numerals, and the other one's just the regular numbers. So, and when I saw this, I was mad at myself because those gentlemen would have been great with my Sherlock Holmes journal. So anyway, I'll try to remember that for next time. So I've got these 2 clocks, and I also found this stamp set I forgot I had. I have used this one that says My Journal a lot because it's not even here. I keep it on a, what do you call these things? The acrylic blocks. I keep it on one all the time because I use it a lot to stamp on cards to put in the front of a journal. And anyway, but this had a confidential and private, which have not even been used. I thought those would work great for, you know, these detective journals. So anyway, I got those stamps, and I'm going to stamp these things, the clocks and those words, on this old book pages. Just use the back side to stamp them, and then I can tear them out. And then on this, let's see if I can get this off here without losing all the pieces. There we go. I mean, it's not blank, but I'm not going to waste this area here, because you can definitely stamp there. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. If you want to watch me stamp and maybe glue these things down, stay with me, and I'll just try to chat while we're doing it. So I was thinking just a few minutes ago that I want to stamp like a background on here. So I have this background stamp, three of them, from Bo Bunny, and once again it came from Tuesday Morning, and it's got 3 different types of background stamps, and I have them all on, oh there it is, that one I was just talking about, my journal. So there's that, and then here's the 3 background stamps. So I thought maybe just some script or something on there. So I think I'm just going to try one with the vintage photo. It may be too light. Let's see. Oh no, I think that looks great. I did great. So let's do one with that. This one's like a typewriter. And it's just like an old worn out typewriter. Oh, it's worn out all right. Lay it flat. Okay, that's not too bad. And then this one can be the one that's got the postal thing on there. Too much stuff, too big of my plate's too big. Okay, that one's pretty cool. I'll show it to you in a minute. Well, I'll put it up there. I'll do another one with the script. Okay. Get those out of the way. Let me show them to you up close, since I was probably all over the place. And so anyway, that'd be a good background. So I'm going to start gluing these little pieces down. But these were called stack stickers, and they're fun because you decorate them and then you just peel them off and stick them in your books. So I decided I had all those I found when I was going through looking for the clocks. I was just going to get them all out and work them all up, whether they're for these journals or not. It'd just be fun to have already made in the stash. So, and I finally found my missing bottle of glue, so that was good. Oh, you know what? I think I want to ink up the little pieces of music. So it shouldn't take too long to go around these. I'll get them to turn. So these would be quick decorations for pockets or tags or just the pages. And I tore these pieces of music. I can't remember which video. Like I said, I've made this video. This is the 9th time. Because I've had interruptions, my phone rang, all sorts of stuff. So it was from this music here, from an old ratty sheet of music. Okay, gluing down. I have no plan. We're just gonna stick it on there and see what it looks like. And I'm gonna put the bling on there too. I just have to get it out. Okay. Get the script going the same way as the music. Put down the little magnifying glass. I got the magnifying glass, I think it was from a website called Pixabay, where they have like copyright images that you can use for anything. Or I could have gotten it from, is it Pixel Scrappers? Oh boy, it's been a while since I've used these websites. It's like a digital scrapbooking website where you get 5, I think, free downloads a day. Excuse me. So I'm not sure if I got where I got this from, but just a variety of places. So I think since the last time I was filming, I took the pattern. I had an old sewing pattern and took the pictures of the ladies off of it, and I'm not sure if this is one of them I did or not. I think it is. Here's the pattern. So I had two patterns. One is where she's from, and then I've still got 3 ladies on this pattern here. So they will find their way on something. So there is kind of a madness to my chaos, except I forgot to glue these down. Okay, so also, I'm not sure if I showed you the spine of the book. I glued it onto scrapbook paper and then glued it onto a book page that's been folded into thirds. So it's going to be a belly band. I'm probably going to stitch around it. That's why it was over here on my sewing machine. And I made this little booklet. It's just got a picture from one of the books. So anyway, okay, finish what I'm doing. Get Sherlock on there where he runs away. Okay, now I have all my bling in a tub, and I had the black ones just right here on top because I used those last time. So let's put that there. Okay. I don't know. These things are sticky and not sticky at the same time. So, just somewhere on here. I think it's sticky enough to stay, so let's put it decoration a little bit. I like this one. I really like that the background stamps on them. Yeah, it really helps. I think. And 3 more. Yeah. This would be a good TV project. You just sit there with your stamp and your fussy cut images. I don't know about Sherlock here. And you know, just little bits and bobs and stuff, and you can have these done pretty quick. So anyway, there's 4 done, and I like the blue going with my blue book. So yeah, I'll set that aside and get these stamps out. What did I do with the paper I was going to stamp them on? Right here we go. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Here's I have more than one of these, but you know, you got your favorites. So I just put the stamps I'm not using right there on top. If I use it all the time, I leave it on this. I don't put it back where it belongs, so that's probably a bad thing, but especially since it's fallen off, I'll just stack it here. Okay, stamp pad right here. I can use some of these on these other stickers over here. Several of these. So I got this whole background. I'll just do them all. I mean, fill it all up, maybe. Switch to the other one. This weekend I worked on 2 things really simultaneously. Had been doing research for our newsletter for the Genealogy Society, and that was finding so much information that I decided to split it up into this newsletter for January and then one for April. And I decided I volunteered to do the program Monday night because I had all this information. I thought can talk about it before it goes out in the newsletter. So I worked like 20 hours. I mean 12 hours straight on Sunday, just trying to get it all organized and make sure my research was accurate. I was going to stamp these words too. Make sure the guys you know, because people have the same name, so you can't just assume that find somebody with the same name, it's the same guy. So anyway, these guys were all criminals. I think I told earlier, and I don't want to lose my stamps over here. Let's put them with the clocks for now. Stack them all together. I was researching a man that was a bank cashier here, and when people robbed the bank, you know, if he could get to his shotgun, he was going after him. So he shot 2, and they both eventually died. One the next day and one a couple weeks later. And the 2 got away, and then more. 2 escaped, but they were caught later. So, and then one of them was that was in 1915. All that happened. And in 1912, he ran after a guy. A lot of people did. They had a whole posse after this guy. He was drunk and he shot the deputy sheriff. And he hid in what they said was the river bottom. So I thought, well, that's the Red River, because we're not too far from the Red River. But come to find out, it was the Kiamichi River, which is one that's a little north that flows into the Red River. So anyway, finding out this guy's story, he raced to the timber, got lost in the timber, and walked 100 miles to Arkansas to the train, got on the train, went to Memphis, went across the mountains to Alabama where his family was. And meanwhile, the sheriff and the deputy sheriff here are getting word where he's at, so the deputy sheriff is running after him. Trying, you know, he's always a step behind, but he's pretty close. So anyway, when he gets to Alabama, he finds out the deputy sheriff is coming after him, so he goes to New Orleans, and he ends up in San Antonio, Texas, and gets a job at an iron mill. Then his fatal mistake was he sent a letter home to Alabama to his folks and said, hey, can you forward a letter to my wife in Grant, Oklahoma, and tell her to meet me, come down here to San Antonio. Well, somewhere along the way, somebody told the sheriff about the letter. So instead of the wife getting on the train to San Antonio, the deputy sheriff got on there, and sure enough, he gets to the train station in San Antonio, and there's this 3-time murderer waiting on his wife. So they arrest him, bring him back, and he goes to prison. But long story short, he ends up being an ideal prisoner, so much so that he got to leave every day to go help the ladies in the Red Cross Temple. And they sang his praises, thought he was wonderful. He got paroled, and then he got a full pardon. I think he ended up in someplace in Texas. So anyway, I was researching all this stuff, and you know, he was just one of 5 guys. So I'm trying to keep it all straight, and I've got things printed out, and I'm trying to put it in a notebook. I even came in here and punched some tabs. I still got my tab punch out to kind of divide these guys up. I was putting them in a notebook, had it all done except for one tab, and I got up to get my tab, go punch another tab, and I had my Route 44 unsweet tea from Sonic, spilt it on my report. I spilt it on the bills I had on my desk. I had tax papers. Psh, everything got a big old shower. I thought, fortunately, it was unsweet, so there was no sugar involved, but things were wet. So I'm, you know, an hour before I'm supposed to be at this program, I've got my heat gun, drying papers. So anyway, to me, they looked fine because they're all wrinkled and they look vintage, and they got tea dyed by accident. So anyway, that was just the kind of crazy day I had yesterday. At the same time, my husband's running 102 fever, and I'm trying to deal with him. So anyway, I just don't feel settled down yet. And especially since this morning, I had an appointment to have my knees checked out. So I go drive 30 minutes to the doctor. Had to be there at 9 o'clock, which is way early for me. But since I did not sleep last night, I was up like 4 times checking my husband's temperature. I get halfway there and I realize I've left my cell phone. That's almost like being without clothes on or something, you know? Just leave your cell phone. And so I thought, oh well, you know, unless I have car trouble, it doesn't matter. But so I get there, I fill out the papers because, you know, I'm a new patient. So, and you know, I'm wearing a dress because I feel like the guy's got to look at my knees. So how's he gonna look at my knees if I got on some tight, you know, legged jeans? So I've got this dress on. and not really good with the shoes. And here we are, cold and rainy weather. So anyway, they call my name. Okay, good, we'll get this started. And the lady says, we tried to get a hold of you, but we didn't. I said, yeah, I left my cell phone at home. She said, all the x-ray people were out with the flu. And I could go somewhere across town to have the x-rays done, but they preferred them being done there. And I'm like, so do I. So anyway, I got to leave and go shopping instead. So I didn't get to see the doctor, but that's okay. We rescheduled it for 2 weeks. It really works out better because my husband's getting ready to have a procedure done, and I don't need to be in the middle of an series of appointments for my knees myself. So anyway, okay, right now I'd made these stamps earlier. If you saw where I just glued scraps on the paper and then just cut around them. And now I'm going to glue a focal point and find my stamps that I put right here. And I have 2 little faux stamps that will work with this journal. So I'm just chattering and just talking about nothing, and but it was just, you know, okay, one more thing happening today. But I said, even though, you know, got dirty clothes, dirty dishes, I got genealogy stuff I need to be doing, I got tax stuff I need to be doing, I'm taking the afternoon and coming in here. Because if I wait till I have time, I'll never get in here. So, okay, I got both of these the same. Let me go back and grab one of these other clocks. This paper is old and it's just wonderful. It's thick and it just tears beautifully, and it's naturally aged. So, anyway, I don't know of anything else to say, except I went yesterday in my yard to go look at our bluebird houses to see if we had any bluebirds, and it's like walking in a lake or something. Just so much water. We've had rain, and it's raining again today, so it's a good thing we don't have to try to mow, because we wouldn't be able to get it done. But anyway, this summer we'll be asking, begging for rain. Okay, put these on. What happened to it? I just had it. It's just weird how stuff disappears, isn't it? We'll just use this one. Did it flip all the way over there? Oh, that's Acrobat. Okay, kind of can't see my background on this one. Oh well. It's there. Oops. This one. I know I was watching some videos of Gail today. I was kind of behind, so just kind of trying to catch up. And she had decorated with some really large faux stamps she made. Those look so cute. I got to try that. So anyway, those are pretty not bad. So let's get the black ink out and put my postage thing back together. These really need whatever stick them I can put on. I gotta stick them right here. They don't stick on my little thing much anymore. And this won't be permanent at all because plastic on plastic is not gonna last that long. But anyway, get on there. Okay. Somewhere over here I have my little stamp off sheet. Let me test this out, make sure I got it lined up. I got it kind of backwards. Oh, okay. I think it's too backwards. Alrighty. I just love these things. I don't know, I'm just crazy about them. Goofy crazy about them. Okay. There's 2. I really should have another one for the 3rd signature, but oh well. Okay, I'm just rambling about nothing, and I need to go through more stuff here, and I'm just going to sign off, and I thank you guys for watching, and I'll try not to be so chaotic next time, but you know, it's not going to be the case, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.